Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about flexible steel. In particular, I want to talk about the 3S principles. So strength, make space, spread the load. We all learned this at the flexible steel certs when we do the exercise drill, and everybody's amazed by that. But what is important is that you don't forget to apply the 3S's whatever you do in stretching and mobility. And I'm realizing that often people forget about it. Just so when they learn the 3S's principles, they do the exercise, they are amazed, but then when it's time to do any kind of joint circle, joint movement or stretch, they just forget about it. So I wanted to use this little sequence to show you how to always remember and always apply the principles, starting with the first two, which is use strength and make space, and then we'll focus on the third, spread the load. Now just follow me. It might be strange at the beginning, you will understand that things will go together at the end. Now first of all, what I want you to do, oh by the way, I just went through a few months ago through a shoulder surgery, so I don't have too much mobility on my left shoulder, so I will do what I can. But at the same time, you have to think that applying these principles of these 3S's and flexible steel saved my shoulders and it allowed me to recover really faster. So watch this. So first of all, just think about doing some arm rotations. Now usually what you do, you just do it without thinking. Now apply strength. So when you go in full extension, try to pull your arms back as much as you can. The same you do as soon as you open them up. And when you go high, you got to push them high and back and then go down. So use your strength throughout the entire movement. No matter if you go forward or if you go backwards, you use your strength throughout the entire movement. At the same time, you need to try to make space. It means that you have to think that you're kind of dislocating your humerus from your scapulars. So use your strength and make space. But while you do this, I want you to record your range of motion, because we're going to add some things. Now, take this drill, just put it on the drawer and follow me what I'm going to do now. I'm going to focus on my shoulder rotations now, on my scapulars. It's about, your scapulars that kind of move around your chest. Now, again, people just do this without thinking. What I want you to do is, first of all, use strength. It means that when you pull your shoulders up, you really pull your shoulders up as much as you can with using your strength, and when you push them back, you're gonna go really back and try to bring your scapulars together, and then you push them down with strength as much as you can, keeping them tight together, and then push them forward as much as you can. Make them go far away. Push them forward and come up. So every single circle you must focus on using your strength. No matter if you go backward, if you go forward. At the same time, think that your scapulars are detaching from your chest. So you try to make space there. Now, again, take this drill, put it in the drawer, and follow me with the third one. Now, let's focus on T-spine extensions, just here. What I want you to do, forget about your shoulders and about your scapulars. Think about extending your T-spine and then bending your T-spine. So this movement is just here. And as you do it, again, use your strength, so make it as long as possible. Use your strength and then compress as much as you can. Use your strength. At the same time, make space between every single vertebra. So I need you to think that your vertebrae are separating one from each other. You're pulling your T-spine from the top or from the bottom as if it was a band. Okay, now, so we used in the three movements, the arm rotations, the shoulder rotations, and the T-spine extensions, we used the first two S's, which is strength and make space. Now, let's learn how to spread the load. Now, you have this, let's call it thoracic wave here, flexion and extension. Let's add the shoulder rotation on top of that, which means that when you go into extension, at the same time, you pull your shoulders up as much as you can and back. And then down, and when you push them down, you go in flexion. Now, if you you still use your strength and you still make space, but if you see putting together the two movements, which means spreading the load, putting together your thoracic wave together with your shoulder rotation, allows you to get a greater range of motion. Now, if you think about it, if you don't believe it, just rewind back and take a look at my shoulder rotations that I did before without applying also the thoracic wave on top of it. Now, let's put the three things together and spread the load even more, which means that I'm going to do my T-spine flexion and extensions, so my thoracic wave. On top of it, I'm going to put my shoulder rotations, and on top of that, I'm going to put my arm rotations. So all together, here's what is going to happen. Again, I don't have that much mobility, especially on my left shoulder, because of surgery. But if you compare what you can see now from what you saw at the very beginning, it's a lot. So once again, the secret of gaining mobility, flexibility, and range of motion is the 3 S's. Use your strength, make space, and spread the load. Enjoy, be flexible, and be stronger still.